Good morning, thriving warriors. And okay, Google, what is the date?
It's Wednesday, February 8th, 2023.
Great. Okay, Google, what time is it?
6:07 a.m.
Good, kind of early. Okay, Google, what is the weather?
It's 38 and clear. Today, it'll be sunny with a high of 71 and a low of 38.
Okay. So, first day of the year, we've exceeded 70 degrees. I was in San Diego yesterday, and it was in the 70s there, kind of hot. All right, good morning, Charlene. We will be leaving here at 7 a.m., close to 7, arriving there around 8. Sophie's going to go through the room one more time to see about stuff to take or ship. So if you could accommodate that, then we have to get to Las Vegas by 9. So we can get Sophie to the airport by 10, etc., etc. Good morning, Diana. Sophie's here, but she's taking a shower. Otherwise, she would photobomb this thing. All right, time is racing. This is Department of Career Services at Thriving Warrior, where our goal is to help you get from point A to point B, where B is better. We do it through a series of breadcrumbs along the journey. And it is a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. And so like all journeys, it takes time. There are adventures. There's setbacks. There's wonderful experiences. It's an adventure. So we're here to help you on your journey. We do it through breadcrumbs. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you here. Maybe Sophie will come in. Who knows? Maybe she's listening to it now, but I think she's in the shower, getting ready to go. Okay, down below, boom, 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 in the description, a lot of other breadcrumbs, like 8 other breadcrumbs. I say this to reinforce it for the people who are always here early in the morning, plus the people who are watching it for the first time, and there are those people every day. So most of the breadcrumbs are in the description down below. We have like 8 or 9, maybe 10 breadcrumbs now, that if you spent an hour a day or 30 minutes a day doing something, it would be good system. All righty then, so let's get ready to get started. In order to start, we have to be properly prepared, because proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Or some people say, like Ron Bailey, the late Ron Bailey, proper planning permits perfect performance, or provides perfect performance. Okay, coffee is part of our regimen. I add what to my coffee? All right, I add GPT into my cup with saucer. Bink. Pen to write, because we need to learn the stuff. It's not just a passive experience, it's an active experience of learning, getting rid of old bad habits. And the notes. So these are my notes for today, which I glean from the motivational videos that I watch. So all of the videos in the links down below, the breadcrumbs, are things that I have personally watched them. Aha. Okay, so sip of coffee. The first one has the massive dose of GPT. Okay, next breadcrumb. It's simple. I want to get from point A to point B. It's simple. And today, kind of out of homage to Sophie being here, it is Memento Mori. Memento Mori, a Stoic phrase, reminding us that this could be the end. This could be the last time we do anything. And if you've lived life as if this could be the last thing you did, you'd probably take it more seriously. Act with more meaning and purpose in your life. More meaning and purpose. Okay, next, our morning attitude of gratitude. Write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that. What would that be? I'm so happy and grateful now that what? I'm so happy and grateful now that Sophie's here. I saw Roxanne yesterday and my granddaughter, Ozzy Bendoggy. Ozzy. So that was really cool. We got to have lunch, spent a few hours together. It was all good, cool, etc. Great. Memento Mori. Memento Mori. All right. Okay. Reminder: spend 30 minutes a day reading, or 30 minutes a day doing these videos. The breadcrumbs attached down below with your book handy. All right, so I'm on 129. So this book has gone through over almost 130 days are included in this book. No, half of that. All righty then. So I'm so happy and grateful now that Sophie's here. I got to see Roxanne yesterday and my granddaughter, Ozzy. Cool, good system. Just to note, the person who put themselves in a position to DOR yesterday, some people, okay, so our program is not for everyone. It's a high standard. We try to be the Stanford of what we do, the highest thing. We're looking for people who are committed to moving from point A to point B, not people who are content with where they are. That's okay. If they want to do that, that's okay. Just that's not our program. Our program is for people like Charlene, people like Diana, people like Jeannie, who was on here yesterday, people like Jeff, people like Greg, people who want to move from point A to point B. Some people, once they get into the apartments, are able to hide in the cut. They just continue to drift along to go with the flow. And the good news is we, and when I say we, I mainly mean Jeff, has created an environment where they can just go along for the ride, just keep showing up every day. They're not really trying to get to point B. They're just going with the current. And the good news is Jeff clears most of the obstacles out of the way, including obstacles that people put in front of them on the journey. So, but this is out in the West, up in Nye County, we can't accommodate people who are trying to go with the flow or hide in the cut. This is really for people that are going to keep moving forward. So it's like basic training. So yesterday, one guy, so typically what you do, if you can't make it, the best thing, the honorable thing to do, the right thing to do is to DOR. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, I can't do it. It's too much for me. Another strategy is to do something where you get asked to leave. So instead of doing the right thing, hey, I can't do this, it's to knowingly break the rules so that you get put in the position of once again being the victim. It's not my fault, those sons of bitches, they're meanies. Well, I guess it depends on your perspective. This is not a program for people who don't want to move forward. We're not saying you have to move forward. No one is saying you have to move forward. Jeff isn't saying you have to move forward. The other instructors here, the people we work with, the Dave Schneck, the Randy Bissels, nobody's saying you have to move forward. The message is if you want to be here, you have to be a person who's willing, who wants to move forward. If you don't want to move forward, this is not the right place for you. And if it's not the right place for you, the right thing to do would be to say, this isn't the right place for me. However, if you were willing to say that, it probably would be the right place for you. So we end up with people where it's not the right place for them. They know it's not the right place for them, but they manipulate the situation so that they can be the victim once again. And then they magnify it. So just for the people who know what I'm talking about, the person who dry DOR'd, is that what it's called? Dry snitching, dry DOR'd, put himself in a position, refused to program, so was asked to leave, didn't even DOR, was asked to leave. complicated the situation, and spent the next 12 hours, 13 hours, who knows what, but ended up 12 miles away in the desert with his cry for help, causing a whole bunch of people to have to spend time that they could have put to something more productive, trying to do a rescue mission of someone who was a reluctant rescuee, until probably the point where that person realized that everybody was going to give up and go home. And then once again, now I'll add a little heat. So now I'm here. And then the people got him, and then they had to deal with it. And then they have to deal with it again today. So anywho, our program is for people who are willing to do the things to change their lives, to move from point A to point B. We're at 10:51. We're going to have to wrap this up. Some quick little memes. Let's see, what time is it? 6:18. Good. Okay, good. So we have a little bit of time. Some quick little memes. Imagine a life, this is from Jordan Peterson. Imagine a life of adventure such that the adventure of your life outweighs the suffering. Okay, life is suffering, but imagine a life of adventure where the quantity and quality of the adventure outweighed the suffering. Wow, cool. Truth in speech, in action. Truth in speech and action. So if you have truth in your speech and your action, you do and say things that are truthful, that leads to adventure, a life of adventure. Because now you can speak and act honestly. So now you're going to have an adventure, because you're going to get to deal with the world as it is, instead of setting up all of these false things. Okay. And then that is greater than the suffering of life. We go in the direction we face. Okay, whatever direction you face, if you face the direction of being a victim, guess what? You're going to be a victim. If you go in the direction of being a hero, you're going to be a hero. Self-discipline, from I think Alfred Hubbard's quote, do what you should do when you should do it, regardless of whether you want to or not. That is self-discipline. Doing what you should do when you should do it, regardless of whether you want to do it. That's self-discipline. Doing the things you need to do. Okay, cool. All right, so our approach, how do we do it here? Well, we help you imagine that your life is like a table. So you can't see the table this is on, but this is a ping pong sized table, really high quality, very strong metal legs, very heavy duty metal legs that have hydraulics in them that go up and down. So the table can be used for a lot of different things, but it's heavy duty, so it can hold a tremendous amount of weight. That's this table. So imagine your life is like a table that you get to build on 4 legs. We focus here on helping you develop the 4 strong legs. The legs are what? What are the legs? What's one leg, Diana? What's one leg, Charlene? What are the legs? One leg is physical, fitness and health. Be healthy, do things that make you healthy. And if your life is in alignment, you're going to look healthy, because we are out of alignment in our life because internally, on the inside, we've got some issues. So we're seeking gratification, enjoyment, pleasure from the outside, food, drugs, alcohol, not sports drinks, but what are those? Energy drinks, cigarettes, going to the gym all the time. We seek things on the outside because we're not happy on the inside. We're not fulfilled on the inside. So we seek external things, and then those become on the outside of us, and it becomes apparent. So just because you're physically fit and you look good, it doesn't mean you're happy on the inside. But if you're not physically fit and you don't look good on the outside, you probably need to work on your physical and your physical part, fitness and health. Okay, and it's hard. You got to take the time out to do it, and it is not rewarding. Okay, Charlene, right. So we've got the other 3 legs. So then there's the emotional leg of your table. If you can't control your emotions, don't worry. Somebody else will, and they will probably take you out of the game. What do you want to do? You want to stay in the game. You want to stay in the game. You have to control your emotions. There are other people out there that are trying to control your emotions. Okay. Spiritual, okay. Mental, always be learning. ABC, always be learning. What? Oh, ABL, always be learning. Always be selling. The world is changing ever faster, so we need to be able to learn how to learn, retain what we learn, and be able to communicate what we learn. Okay, and the last thing is spiritual, that which picks you up when you get knocked down, and you will get knocked down. Okay, Navy SEAL Maxim, somebody's trying to open the door unlock the door that is unlocked. Navy SEAL Maxim, yesterday was the only easy day. And just remember, good morning. Just remember, if you're still here, God isn't through with you yet. Bingo, bango, bongo, and cut.